As the clock strikes midnight on December 31st, it feels like the world collectively presses a reset button. But before we get into today's episode, hello, welcome back to Brownies for Breakfast with me, April Federico. And this is now my third time trying to record this because I am indubitably sick. If you can't tell by my voice and my humidifier going on in the background, that sounds like a bubbling brook. Yeah, and also if any of you are from the greater Boston area and remember that ice cream place Bubbling Brook, let me know in the comments on Spotify. Yeah, because that place was like my life as a kid, and my it was literally like 5 minutes away from my house at the time. I love that place. So shout out to you guys. And yeah, and today we're going to be talking about debunking New Year's diet myths, why you don't need a fresh start to be healthy. So, advertisements flood our screens, shouting out like detoxes, clean eating plans, and quick fixes to undo holiday indulgences. The promise is a new you, one that one that has like perfect eating habits and a flawless body, which we all know is not attainable. So let's pause for a moment. These messages are not only misleading, but they're also super harmful. They perpetuate the idea that health and worthiness are tied to restriction, and they capitalize on fear, shame, and guilt. So let's unpack some of the most common New Year's diet myths and why embracing intuitive eating is a more empowering choice. So, myth number one, that you need to detox after the holidays. The truth is, your body has built-in detox systems like your liver, kidneys, and digestive tract that are working 24/7 to remove waste and toxins. Those expensive juice cleanses or tea detoxes, they're unnecessary and they can even be harmful. And they're harmful because this myth assumes that you've done something ostensibly wrong by enjoying holiday treats, reinforcing guilt around food. And an intuitive eating approach around this is to trust your body, emphasis on your body after indulgent meals. Focusing on eating foods that make you feel good, not because you have to cleanse per se, but rather these foods energize you. And this brings me to myth number two. A diet is the best way to jumpstart weight loss. The truth is, most diets fail in the long term, with studies showing that up to 95% of people regain the weight they lose within 5 years. Dieting often leads to cycles of restriction and overeating, eroding trust in your hunger and fullness cues. And it's harmful because dieting fosters a scarcity mindset around food, making you more likely to fixate on so-called forbidden foods. It also ties your self-worth to your ability to stick to arbitrary rules. Also, if you're listening to this on Spotify, you can now comment on the episode, and I want to know what your fear foods are, just out of sheer curiosity. And the intuitive eating approach around this is to focus on sustainable habits like tuning into hunger and fullness signals and eating a variety of foods and honoring your cravings without judgment. And then myth number three, which really strikes a nerve within me, is that carbs, sugar, and fat are the enemy. And I know you're probably thinking like, April, you're a diabetic. Like, are carbs and sugar supposed to be the enemy to you? Well, yes and no. And fat is definitely not the enemy here. And I'll tell you why. So, nutrients like carbs and fats are essential for your body to function. Demonizing specific food groups oversimplifies nutrition and creates unnecessary fear around eating. And this is harmful because labeling foods as good or bad can lead to binge eating and feelings of failure when you inevitably crave bad foods. And the intuitive eating approach around all this is all foods fit. They all fit the bill. And instead of cutting out an entire food group, learn to eat it in a way that feels balanced and satisfying. And myth number 4, a new year means a new you. And the truth is that the idea that you need to become a new person suggests that who you are now is not good enough. And this myth feeds on insecurities and pushes quick fixes rather than fostering genuine long-term self-care and long-term results. And it's harmful because constantly striving for perfection sets you up for burnout, disappointment, and negative self image. And the intuitive eating approach around this is that you do not need a new you. You need a kinder, more compassionate relationship with yourself. Focus on what makes you feel good physically, mentally, and emotionally, not what society says you should change. And the last myth, myth number 5, setting weight loss goals is the only way to be healthy. So the truth is, health is so much more than a number on the scale. It encompasses mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And this myth is so harmful because weight-focused goals often ignore more meaningful health markers like improved energy, better sleep, or even reduced stress. And the intuitive eating approach around this is that instead of weight loss resolutions, set goals that align with how you want to feel. Again, how you want to feel. For example, aim to move your body in ways that bring you joy. This could be like doing steps. This could be doing Pilates. This could be doing yoga poses. And prioritize sleep or explore recipes that excite you and that you want to try. And this new year, 2025, God, it is crazy that we're in December already of 2024. My God. And so we need to let go of restrictive diets and embrace an approach that honors your body, mind, and soul. Intuitive eating is not about perfection. It's about reconnecting your innate ability to nourish yourself. So instead of chasing the diet culture narrative of a new you, celebrate the amazing person you already are. Your worth is not defined by your weight or what you eat. Trust your body, honor your hunger, and start 2025 with kindness and self compassion. You got this. And I'll see you next time. Bye.